What if I told you that the difference between life and death in an emergency could cost you less than a dinner for two? While people spend hundreds on flashy survival gear, the real lifesavers are sitting on store shelves for under $20 each. In the next few minutes, you'll discover 20 essential survival items that could save your life without breaking the bank. We're not talking about gimmicky gadgets. These are proven, practical tools that work when everything else fails. Stick around until the end because I'll reveal which $3 item has saved more lives than any expensive survival kit. Welcome to Pantry, where we make survival simple and affordable for everyone. If you're ready to be prepared without emptying your wallet, smash that like button and subscribe for more life-saving tips that won't cost you a fortune. When disaster strikes, survival isn't about who has the most expensive bunker or the flashiest gear. It's about having the right tools at the right time and knowing how to use them. The harsh reality is that most people waste money on overpriced gadgets while ignoring the affordable essentials that could actually save their lives. Let's start with the foundation of all survival, water. You can survive weeks without food, but only days without water. Clean water is absolutely non-negotiable in any survival scenario, yet most people focus on food storage or weapons instead. The water filter straw is a tiny, chemical-free device that transforms any contaminated water source into safe drinking water. We're talking puddles, streams, lakes, even questionable tap water. This $15 device protects you against deadly bacteria like Giardia and E. coli. No boiling required, no tablets needed, you literally just sip and survive. The best part? It fits in any bag, glove compartment, or even your pocket. Pro tip here, prices are rising fast as more people discover these, so don't wait to add this to your kit. But having clean water is only half the battle. You need to store and transport it too. That's where a portable water storage container becomes essential. These collapsible containers can hold several gallons, but fold down to almost nothing when empty. When the taps run dry or you need to ration water for a group, this $12 to $15 investment becomes priceless. Look for BPA-free containers for safety, and remember, you can store these anywhere since they collapse completely. Now let's talk about light, because when the sun goes down or the power goes out, everything becomes exponentially more dangerous. Most people grab a flashlight, but that ties up one of your hands. An LED headlamp frees both hands, making it infinitely easier to cook, make repairs, or navigate safely in complete darkness. For about $12, you get bright, durable lighting that lasts for hours on a single set of batteries. Keep one in your backpack, car, and emergency kit. And here's a crucial tip. Stock up on spare batteries now because they'll be impossible to find during an actual emergency. But sometimes you need more than directional light. When the power goes out in your home, a compact LED lantern can illuminate an entire room or campsite. Unlike flashlights that create a narrow beam, lanterns provide 360-degree light, making it easier to organize supplies, cook safely, or just comfort others during a blackout. Collapsible models cost between $12 and $18 and fit in incredibly small spaces. Consider solar rechargeable options if you're worried about extended power outages. Here's something that shocks most people. Hypothermia can set in even in mild weather, especially when you're wet or exhausted. Your body loses heat 25 times faster when wet, and once hypothermia starts, your decision-making ability plummets fast. This is where the emergency Mylar blanket becomes a literal lifesaver. This lightweight, compact sheet retains up to 90% of your body heat. It also shields you from wind and rain, can double as a makeshift shelter, and its reflective surface works as a signal for rescuers. The crazy part? It costs around $3. $3 for something that could save your life. But here's what's happening right now. As more people realize their value, prices are climbing. These used to be $1 items. Now they're $3 and rising. Get them while they're still affordable. Similar to the Mylar blanket, the compact survival blanket serves multiple purposes. Warmth, shelter, signaling, it's like having 3 tools in one. Its reflective surface makes you visible to rescue teams from incredible distances while simultaneously keeping your body heat where it belongs. Keep several of these blankets in different locations for redundancy. If one gets damaged or lost, you've got backups. Don't underestimate the power of disposable hand warmers either. Cold weather doesn't just make you uncomfortable. It saps your energy and destroys your ability to think clearly. When your hands are numb, you can't operate tools, start fires, or even open packages. These small packets provide hours of heat for just 50 cents to $1 each. Drop them in your gloves, boots, or pockets, and suddenly you can function normally even in brutal cold. They're perfect for your backpack, car, emergency kit, or even your office drawer. Fire changes everything in a survival situation. It's not just about warmth. Fire cooks food, purifies water, signals for help, and provides a massive psychological boost when everything feels hopeless. But matches get wet, lighters run out of fuel, and both fail in windy conditions. That's why a fire starter kit is nearly indestructible and works in any weather condition. For around $10, you get reliable fire-making capability that often lasts for hundreds of strikes. Keep it in a waterproof pouch in your bag, car, or jacket. When everything else fails, you'll still be able to create fire. And in a survival situation, fire isn't a luxury. It's often the difference between life and death.
Now let's talk tools, because in an emergency, you need to solve problems fast. A compact multi-tool is like having an entire toolbox in your pocket. Pliers, screwdrivers, blades, bottle openers, wire cutters, all in one $18 package. It handles repairs, food preparation, opening cans, and countless other tasks that would otherwise require multiple separate tools. Choose one with a locking mechanism for safety and keep it accessible in your pocket, on your belt, or in your backpack. Paracord deserves special attention because most people think it's just rope. It's so much more. This lightweight, incredibly strong cord can build shelters, repair gear, work as emergency tourniquets, create traps, hang food out of reach of animals, and dozens of other applications. 50 feet costs around $8, weighs almost nothing, and takes up minimal space when wrapped around a carabiner. The versatility is unmatched. Here's a tool most people never consider until they desperately need it: a pocket-sized multi-tool saw. Cutting wood and clearing obstacles becomes critical when you're building shelters, creating fire pits, or just moving through debris. This lightweight, foldable saw is powerful enough to handle significant branches, but small enough to carry anywhere. At around $15, it solves problems that would otherwise require much larger, heavier tools. Practice using it before you need it though. Technique matters. The compact folding shovel might seem obvious for camping, but its applications go far beyond digging. Fire pits, shelter construction, clearing snow, digging out stuck vehicles, and yes, even self-defense if necessary. Its compact design makes it easy to strap to your backpack or keep in your car, and at $18, it's an investment that pays dividends when you need to move Earth fast. Communication becomes critical when you're separated from normal information sources. When the grid goes down, a portable hand-crank radio keeps you connected to weather alerts and emergency broadcasts. Many models can even charge your phone in a pinch, giving you multiple tools in one device. For around $19, you maintain your connection to the outside world, no matter what's happening with power or cell towers. Test the crank mechanism regularly though. You want to know it works before you need it. Sometimes the simplest tools are the most effective. A survival whistle costs about $5, requires no batteries, and produces sound that travels much further than your voice, especially in wind or rain. It's perfect for signaling rescuers or scaring off predators. Clip it to your backpack, belt, or keyring, and forget about it until you need it. Let's address nutrition, because hunger destroys your ability to think clearly and make good decisions. Forget expensive freeze-dried meals that require cooking and cleanup. Emergency food bars are compact, calorie-dense, and shelf-stable. They require zero preparation and provide the energy you need to keep moving when hunger strikes. At $2 to $4 per bar, they're affordable insurance against starvation. Rotate your stock occasionally so they stay fresh. Medical emergencies don't wait for convenient times. Minor injuries can escalate quickly without proper care, turning small problems into life-threatening situations. A pocket-sized first aid kit includes bandages, antiseptic wipes, gauze, and small tools. Everything needed for immediate treatment. For around $15, you get the ability to handle cuts, scrapes, burns, and other common injuries before they become serious. Keep these in your backpack, glove compartment, jacket pocket, or office drawer. Precision matters when you're treating injuries. Portable mini first aid scissors are small, sharp, and perfect for cutting bandages, clothing, or medical tape. They offer control and safety that a knife simply can't match, especially when you're working around wounds or in stressful situations. At about $4, they're a small investment that makes medical care much safer and more effective. Memory fails under stress, especially during extended emergencies. A waterproof notebook and pencil let you track resources, map routes, leave messages for others, or jot down important survival information even in wet or cold conditions. This $10 combination keeps you organized and focused when everything feels chaotic. Use a pencil rather than a pen. Pens fail in harsh conditions, but pencils work regardless of temperature or moisture. A compact survival knife handles an incredible range of tasks: food preparation, cutting rope, carving shelter components, opening packages, and yes, defense if absolutely necessary. Its versatility makes it the MVP of any survival kit. For around $20, you get a tool that solves problems all day long. Keep it in a sheath on your belt, attached to your backpack, or in a secure pocket where you can access it quickly. Finally, never underestimate the power of a simple, multi-purpose survival strap. This might seem basic, but sometimes the simplest tools are most valuable. Secure gear, fashion emergency shelters, replace broken shoelaces, create tourniquets, hang food safely out of reach of animals, and dozens of other applications. 50 feet costs around $8, weighs almost nothing, and takes up minimal space when wrapped around a carabiner. The versatility is unmatched. Here's what most people get wrong about survival gear. They think expensive means better. They waste money on flashy gadgets that look impressive but fail when it actually counts. The real survivors are those who invest in practical, proven tools and actually know how to use them. Every item I've shown you costs under $20, but more importantly, each one serves a clear, life-saving purpose. They're compact and lightweight, so they fit in any kit, car, or drawer. And here's the key: having multiples in different locations dramatically increases your odds of survival. Don't wait until disaster strikes to start thinking about what you need.
By then, stores are empty, prices skyrocket, and you're competing with everyone else who waited too long. Start small. Pick a few items from this list and add them to your bag, car, or home emergency kit. Over time, you'll build a collection of reliable tools that can handle almost any situation. Remember, survival isn't about adaptability, resourcefulness, and preparation, not the size of your budget. These 20 affordable essentials are the foundation of any smart emergency kit. They're not just cheap items, they're potential lifesavers. The difference between panic and control, chaos and comfort, often comes down to preparation. Take action now, and you'll be ready for whatever life throws your way. Stay smart, stay ready, and remember, survival isn't about spending big. It's about being prepared. If this video helped you think differently about emergency preparedness, smash that like button and subscribe to Prep Pantry for more practical survival tips that won't break your budget. What's the first item you're adding to your survival kit? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.